When I was working in Washington, D.C. is when No Child Left Behind first started. And I went across the country looking and observing schools. Only 13% of Hispanic kids could read at grade level in the 4th grade. As a country, we are way behind in our educational successes. You look at other countries that are ahead of us, and yet we're the strongest, most powerful country, one of the richest, if not the richest country in the world. And what's happening with our education has been happening for years. Is absolutely not acceptable.
We are currently one of the most economically segregated cities in the entire United States. We have massive income gaps, which correlate with education gaps within just a few miles. In San Antonio today, not 100 years ago, today, there is a 25-year life expectancy difference between 78207 and 78258, 25 years.
San Antonio is the 7th largest city in America, but we've been stuck at about number 35 for 35 years now in terms of median household income. We're big, but we're poor. Why are we poor? Because we're an undereducated city. If you were in a school that wasn't really getting you ready for the world of tomorrow, you had no choice until KIPP.
We began to demonstrate what was possible, and we started to change expectations about what our community believed. When we did that, our community started asking harder questions of us. They started asking harder questions of the traditional school districts. The demographics here look like the demographics here. Why are the outcomes so different? And it started to change how we as a community started to think about what was possible in public education and really what we should expect of and demand of our public education system, both charter and traditional ISD.
The way KIPP has changed the landscape here is that they are there in the community that needs it. It wasn't let's pick the cream of the crop so that we can be successful and we can impress everybody. They went in where the need was.
I think we are totally changing the landscape of education in San Antonio. KIPP actually has helped other charter schools come. KIPP is open to working with our public schools. I think KIPP will play a very large role also in keeping our standards high.
Every child can rise very, very high according to what's expected of them. And at KIPP, much is expected.
For those students that our education system is not providing them what they really need to reach their own potential, that is a grave missed opportunity. We have an opportunity to change that. We have an opportunity to say, no, we're going to be the city that we believe we can be. But we have to create that, and we have to do it through changing our educational practices, our educational outcomes, and we have to take our future into our own hands.
Everybody talks about how education is number one. We as a community need to hold hands and do this together. My desire for every student in San Antonio is to have the KIPP experience or one just like it.